हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Let's get started with our study of Bhakti Vaibhav, the study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's begin with our auspicious invocation prayers, Mangala Charan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीराय हवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दं नेत्रय पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामं पार्थास्त्रपूतः पदमापुरस्य अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघ्रं सयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम अशेषसङ्क्लेशशमं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद शर श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द परागधूलि परागसेवारतिरात्मलब्धा सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्यसुखाय दुःखं महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदाह साक्षात् भगवान् ऋषिभ्यः त्वं भक्तियोगपरिभावितरित्सरोज आस्ये श्रुते ननु नाथ पुंसां यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेमस्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं वृजिम्भम् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय शनो विषादं माध्व्या गिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः ससरजाग्र्यन्थतामिस्रम् अथत्तामिस्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तयः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So we have to begin from verse number 29. Ajay Govind Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So this is Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5, entitled Vidur's Talks with Maitreya Muni. Text 29. Mahattvaad vikurvana daham tattvam vyajayata karya karana kartratma bhutendriya manomaya vaikarikastejasascha tamasaschetaham trida. Tridha. Three kinds. Mahattattva, or the great causal truth, transforms into false ego. Mahattattva transforms into false ego. Mahattattvad vikurvanad aham. Aham means false ego. And vikurvanad means it becomes transformed. So Mahattattva gets transformed into false ego, which is manifested in three phases: the cause, the effect, and the doer. Karya, Karana, and Kritra. Kritra is the doer, Karan is the cause, and Karya is the effect. False ego manifests as cause, effect, and the doer. All such activities are on the mental plane. Manamaya. Manamaya. They are on the mental plane and are based on the material elements, the gross senses, and mental speculation. Material elements means earth, water, fire, air, ether. Gross senses, our senses, ears, nose, skin, tongue. The false ego is represented tridha in three different modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. I repeat, the false ego, ahankar, false ego is represented in three modes: false ego in goodness, false ego in passion, false ego in ignorance. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, a pure living entity in his original spiritual existence is fully conscious of his constitutional position as an eternal servitor of Lord Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. A pure living entity, a pure devotee is aware that I am Krishna Das. Further down in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the material creation is meant for rebellious souls who are not prepared to accept subordination under Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So this material world is not meant for the Nitya Siddhas. Material world is meant for the Baddha Jivas. This spirit of false lordship is called false ego. What is false ego? The spirit that I am the enjoyer. This is manifested in three modes of material nature: false ego in the mode of goodness, false ego in the mode of passion, and false ego in the mode of ignorance. And it exists, this false ego exists in mental speculation only. It is just a false ego is a state of consciousness where we forget Krishna and we want to enjoy. Krishna bahirmukh jiv bhogvancha kare. We forget Krishna and we want to enjoy. It's a state of consciousness, it's a sthiti. And this is the false ego. Therefore, it is said it exists in mental speculation only. It's a state of consciousness. And this state of consciousness can be transformed. From false ego, we can go to true ego. True ego means, I am Krishna's servant. Those who are in the mode of goodness, now we are talking about the false ego in the mode of goodness. Remember, false ego exists in three modes: goodness, passion, ignorance. So false ego in the mode of goodness will make us think that everybody is God. False ego in the mode of goodness will make us think, I am God, you are God, everybody is God. Hmm? So this is the impersonalists. They're in the mode of goodness. They will follow the four regulative principles. They will be celibate. They will be vegetarians. They will not eat onion garlic. They will not intoxicate. है ना? The impersonalists. Hmm? They think everybody is God. Like the famous impersonalist on YouTube who has many, many followers, famously saying that I have not come to tell you that I am God or Krishna is God. I have come to tell you, you are all God. And talia, 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 talia. People just love to hear this. What dialogue, Bazi? I have not come to tell you that Krishna is God. I have not come to tell you that I am God. Dear friends, I have come to tell you, you are all God. We are all God. Wow. Like, share, comment. This is what is happening. He's very famous. He's wearing saffron clothes. He's clean shaven. He's celibate. Apparently, he is not intoxicating. He's a vegetarian. So, this is definitely a person in the mode of goodness, but he is still under Maya. And Prabhupada will explain. The last snare of Maya is to make us think that, make us think what? Shama Kishori Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. To make us think that we are God.
Yeah. That is the last snare of Maya. That, but as we are escaping Maya, Maya will make us think, but you are God. Don't surrender to Krishna. You are God. Oh, really? Yes, you are God. It's Maya. Anything that is short of complete surrender to Krishna is Maya. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. So, false ego in the mode of goodness makes us think each and every person is God. Those who are puffed up by the false ego in the mode of passion, they try to lord it over the material nature. So, passion, I am God, or I am the enjoyer. Are you understanding? False ego in the mode of goodness, everybody is God. I am also God. You are also God. I am Narayan, you are Narayan. Everybody is Narayan. There is Daridara Narayan. So they will come up with these concoctions. False ego in the mode of passion, I want to enjoy. But because it's all about their enjoyment, sometimes their enjoyment may be not just gross but subtle. And in that subtle enjoyment, desire for subtle enjoyment, they will do donations, they will give charity, they will run NGOs, they will do free service. Why? Because they want people to appreciate them, that he is a great philanthropist. इसको प्रेसिडेंट बनाओ इंडिया का, ये बहुत अच्छा काम करता है. Nominate him for president. Some people, they do such, they are famous movie stars, and then after retirement, they do charity work, and they come on commercial ads, polio, free ads they will do. Polio ka drops though. They will do some philanthropic work, but in return, they want appreciation that he's such a great person. Such a great person. So this is false ego in the mode of passion, where you are doing good to others, but subtly there is expectation that my pratishtha will increase. I will get a good reputation in society. People will appreciate me. So this philanthropy, altruism, this is all false ego in the mode of passion, even though they are doing some benefit to others. There is a desire for recognition. Those in the false ego with mode of ignorance, they are misguided by identification of the gross body with the self. If we think that there is no God, there is no morality, there is no soul, but this sharir that you have, this body is the self. Anybody who thinks that this body is the self, real self, is in false ego mode of ignorance. Understanding the difference? So, false ego in the mode of goodness, everybody is God. False ego in the mode of passion, I am the enjoyer. So, even if I do some good, it will be for recognition. It will not be selfless. It's all selfishness. That is passion. And false ego in the mode of ignorance means I am this body. So we act, we behave, we think in a way that this sharir is everything. Those who will give pleasure to this body are my friends. Those who will interfere with the pleasure of this body are my enemies. It's all about this sharir, this body. So what is the state of majority of the people in this world? False ego in the mode of ignorance. Because everybody thinks, who are you? I am Abhay Deshmukh. We think I am this body. I am Indian. I am such, I am a doctor, I am engineer. So we are all in the false ego, in the mode of ignorance. So nicely Prabhupada explaining. Last sentence. The entire material creation, therefore, is meant for the falsely egoistic living entities hovering on the mental plane under different illusions in the different modes of material nature. Everybody is in this three modes under, it's all false ego. So do you see how false ego is the root of all anarthas? That I am this body, this false ego is the root of all anarthas. The other five anarthas cannot exist. Are you all paying attention? What are the six anarthas? Satyarupa Mataji, what are the six anarthas?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya.
English?
Lust, anger, greed, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha,
Envy?
envy,
Pride?
pride, illusion.
Illusion means false ego. The illusion that I am this body. Very good. Six anarthas. Which is the most powerful? Ahankar. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad, Matsarya, Ahankar. This Ahankar, Moha or Ahankar is the most powerful. That I am this body. Because we think I am this body, we feel lusty towards the opposite sex. Because we think I am this body, we get angry at others. Because we think I am this material body, we feel proud. We envy others. Why? Because I am this body, you are different. I am different. So we feel envious of others. We feel proud. We feel greedy for this body. Now you take out false ego. Take out false ego. What remains? What anartha remains? No anartha remains. It's not possible if you take out the false ego. So false ego is the most important anartha, most foundational anartha. It's the root of all anarthas. It has to be uprooted. Uprooted by Sharanagati. Because see, false ego, ahankar means I am the enjoyer. And true ego means I am Krishna's servant. I am Krishnadas. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. Yes. Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. That means false ego in ignorance is better than false ego in passion and false ego in goodness, Prabhuji. Because in that case, they are thinking that I am God, which is very dangerous.
So which is what you're saying?
False ego in ignorance is better compared to the other two. False ego in passion and false ego in goodness.
All three are bad. See, false ego in the mode of goodness may not be bad if we are not critical of Bhagwan. For example, someone in the mode of goodness and false ego may give up meat eating, may give up sinful activities like intoxication, gambling, and illicit relationships, may start practicing brahmacharya. But because of association with Mayavadis, may have this conception that everybody is God, which is based on the fact that God is there in everyone. Ishwar sarva bhutanam hridayesya arjuna tishtati. And the soul is part and parcel of God. So there is bhed and there is abhed. The abhed is that we are all part of God. Mama amsha jiva loka jivabhuto sanatana. But the bhed is that Krishna is the master and we are the servant. Ekela Ishvara Krishna arasava bhritya. Jai jaise na chaise taise kare nritya. This is the abhed. This is the bhed. Are you understanding? Let me put it on gallery mode so I can see everybody. So there is bhed and abhed. There is similarity and there is distinction. A person who comes in contact with impersonalist is simply emphasizing abhed. Achintya bhed abhed tattva. They are simply overemphasizing abhed and they are downplaying bhed. That is their problem. So I would say they are not the worst. But in Prem Avesh, we may say like that. As bhaktas, we may say that about Mayavadis, that they are worse than a karmi. And there is some truth in that when it comes to rasa vichar. Because a devotee is feeling so much bliss in bhakti that when someone says that Krishna's body is Maya, Krishna's body is temporary, we feel this person is worse than the person who is Jagai Madai. At least Jagai Madais are not criticizing Krishna. They are intoxicating, they are breaking regulative principles, they are enjoying in this world. They are foolish. But at least they are not criticizing my Krishna. But these Mayavadis, they have so much knowledge of Vedas, they quote Upanishads, they quote Bhagavad Gita, and they are criticizing my Krishna. So in that Bhavavesh, in that Rasa Vichar, we say that these impersonalists are worse than drunkards. They are worse than people in mode of ignorance. We may say like that, out of love for Krishna. And there is some truth in that when it comes to Rasa Vichar. Out of love, we say that. How we say that Kaivalya Narakayate, that impersonal liberation, Sayujya Mukti, is worse than hell. However, if you think from the point of view of Tattva, mode of goodness is better than mode of passion. And mode of passion is better than mode of ignorance. The person in the mode of goodness who is thinking everybody is God is simply emphasizing abhed. It is achintya bhed abhed. So it just takes one devotee to come in. If they are not envious of Krishna, it just takes one devotee to come and bring them to the path of achintya bhed abhed tattva. You see? So all three are not properly situated because they are under false ego. And out of love, one may say that if someone is saying everybody is God and they are criticizing Krishna, then they are the worst. Yes, that is correct. But if someone is simply saying everybody is God, there is God in everyone, because they are emphasizing on the abhed tattva, then I wouldn't say that they are worse than those in the mode of ignorance. Is that making sense to you, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. That means false ego in the mode of passion is very dangerous. No? They think I am God.
I am the enjoyer. It's all about me. They are me-centric. So they will do philanthropy work also with the expectation that my name should be there. My name should be on the brick. My name should be on the fan, on the clock that I donated. Like that. So they are in the mode of passion. Ignorance means I just want to enjoy. I am this body. They don't know anything about transcendence. False ego in the mode of goodness means they will respect others. So everybody is God. Everybody is God. But they think I am also God. So that feeling will prevent them from Sharanagati, Krishna Sharanagati. And therefore they will remain in this world. So all three are badly situated because they are under false ego. From a material point of view, the one in the mode of goodness seems better, pious. For example, once my Guru Maharaj said, it is most difficult to preach to those who are in the mode of goodness. I know two brothers. Younger brother was very naughty from childhood. Elder brother was always the good boy. Good in school, good in behavior, everybody's pet child. But the elder one didn't become a devotee, the younger one became a devotee, who was very naughty. Why? Because the elder one was very puffed up. That I am the good boy. I always get good marks. All the teachers like me. Parents trust me. Parents like me. So when he was preached, he said, I don't want to accept. I am so good. Nobody has ever told me, stop doing this, stop doing that. A younger brother who was chastised always by teachers, by parents, by uncles, aunties, grandparents, he was used to it. Okay, I am fool. Tell me what to do. How can I save myself? So he had humility. So sometimes it is very difficult to preach to those in the mode of goodness or who think they're in the mode of goodness. It can be a trap. But if you see from the ethical point of view or from the material point of view, those in the mode of ignorance are very sinful. They're giving pain to others. They may eat meat, all those things, go hatya. So they are not good. These people who are in the mode of goodness, they just need association of devotees and some Vaishnav seva. Their bhakti will start. Okay. So Nityalila Gaurangi Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and then
Hare
Pranam. I have had a question, but yeah, the last part you said I have experienced. One Mataji, she was into impersonalism, and her husband was devotee, initiated devotee in ISKCON, and they were coming to temple. Like Mataji would rarely come, so I spoke to her, and I would say that what you said, that it is very difficult to preach to those who are already into something rather than not. So she was very nice and everything, but for her to accept this personal form was very difficult. She was initiated in Ramakrishna mission. So she was not at all able to digest this whole thing, and it was very difficult. So I think, yeah, it's very difficult for them to come back to the main thing and leave their path and then take this path. So that I felt at that time.
Yes.
The question I have, Prabhuji, is maybe I'm not able to understand, but many shlokas in Bhagavatam seem to me like they are saying about impersonalism. Like it's not clearly saying that there is a another world and then we associate with Krishna there, and it's just saying that the jiva comes and has an like in this shloka it said that karya karana karta. So all these feelings of I'm the doer, this is the karma, so all these things start when we come into this world. So before that, like to me it seems like there is nothing, there is jiva was with Krishna always, but somewhere merged. So these shlokas don't clearly say that we were with, we are supposed to be serving Krishna in some relationship, or I don't know. I mean,
So Mataji, this is the perpetual controversial question. Actually, Srila Prabhupada says in the purport in the 4th canto that we were never with Krishna. We never fell from the spiritual world. Therefore, the conclusion is no one ever falls from the spiritual world. Because Krishna also says that na tad bhasyate suryo na shashanko na pavaka yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Once you come to me, you never fall down. Also, Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai andhakar, jaha Krishna, taha nahi Maya radhikar. Where there is Krishna, there cannot be Maya. So in Krishna Lok, in Golok Vrindavan, there cannot be any influence of Maya. So Srila Jiva Goswami is very clear, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also in Jaiva Dharma is very clear, that we were never with Krishna. None of us have seen Krishna. We were never in Golok Vrindavan because nobody falls from Vaikuntha. So therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Krishna bhuliya sei jiv anadi bahirmukh. We have been Krishna bahirmukh. We have been turned away from Krishna anadi. Anadi means there is no beginning. It's not that in one point in time it happened. We have always been non-devotees. But as we were discussing in the previous Bhakti Vaibhava class, Krishna feels that emptiness, seeing us in this material world away from him. And he wants all of us to experience transcendental bliss. So therefore, it is a fact that all of us have always been away from Krishna. Because we originate from Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Through his glance, we are put in this material world. And then we merge inside the body of Karanodakshaya Vishnu. And Vaikuntha is beyond. It's in the Paravyam. So we never came from the Paravyam. We never came from the Chid Jagat. We are parts of Krishna in the sense that we come from Karanodakshaya. Therefore, in Jaiva Dharma, it is explained that the Nitya Siddhas, they originate from Balram in the spiritual world. And all of us, the Baddha Jivas, we originate in Mahavishnu. So we have never been in Krishna's Leela. We have never been in Vaikuntha. We have always been turned away from Krishna. So this world is created to give a chance to all of us, the Baddha Jivas, to also become devotees of Krishna. And that is why this whole material creation is again and again created, maintained, and destroyed to give us chance to rectify ourselves, rebellious souls. Now, in the Western world, when Srila Prabhupada came to preach, here there is mainly Christian, Islam, Judaism. These religions were prominent. And in these religions, the Abrahamic religions, there is the concept of Adam and Eve. And there is the concept of original sin, where we commit a sin and then we lose our innocence and fall down. So to explain this, Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj has said, I am not saying, Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj has said, who knows Prabhupada's heart, that to relate to such people from the Abrahamic faith background people, Srila Prabhupada sometimes in his conversations and morning walks, Prabhupada said, or in letters also, Prabhupada sometimes said that, we made a mistake, we became envious of Krishna and therefore we fell. But in the purport, which is the primary evidence, Srila Prabhupada says in the 4th canto that the conclusion is no one ever falls from Vaikuntha. So, because when these people with the Abrahamic, coming from the Abrahamic religious backgrounds, they will be able to relate that, oh, we are envious of Krishna. Therefore, we came. Now, is it a truth that we are envious of Krishna? Yes, it is the truth that we are envious of Krishna. So, Prabhupada is not saying anything wrong. But it's not a truth that we were in Golok Vrindavan. Sometimes some preachers, they speak complete mental speculation. They say that we were with Krishna. Krishna told us, go bring a flower. In a Bhagavatam class, I'm saying, someone said like this. You go to pluck a flower for Krishna, you look at the flower and you say, oh, this flower is so nice. It should be for me. And then suddenly we fall in the material world. So when we will chant Hare Krishna and we go back to Godhead, again we will be in Golok Vrindavan holding that flower. Oh, what did I do? I have to give it to Krishna. Krishna, where were you? I was waiting such a long time. Now this is pure mental speculation. It sounds like a good story, but it is not based on Siddhanta. It's not based on Siddhanta. Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Shad Sandarbhas and Jaiva Dharma respectively very clearly say that we were never in Vaikuntha. We don't have a relationship with Krishna. Now the relationship is always there. Every Jiva has a relationship with Krishna because we are part of the Tatastha Shakti. So everything is coming from Krishna. Everything has a relationship with Krishna. Even the material energy has a relationship with Krishna. Because Krishna is the origin of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava, mata sarvam pravartate. But the specific relationship that we have, whether it is in Madhurya Ras or Vatsalya Ras, Dasya Ras, Sakhya Ras, that is revealed to us based on the dhara, the parampara, the sampradaya of our Guru and the bhajan pranali that we follow. For example, if someone is chanting Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, then they will get Lord Ramchandra. Someone is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they will go to Golok Vrindavan. Because this is a Mahamantra of Golok. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chants it in Golok Vrindavan, in the Nitya Navadvip. So, Golokera Prema Dhana, Harinama Sankirtana. So, because our sampradaya is of Mahaprabhu, there is primarily Krishna Bhakti. So, we will go to Krishna Golok Vrindavan. If someone is a follower of chanting the Narayan mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya, then they will go to one of the Vaikuntha planets if they are meditating on Lakshmi Narayan. So, the way we get the mantra, the sampradaya we are initiated in, accordingly, as we do bhajan, our chid sharir is formed. The Chit Sharir is there, but specifically in that Chit Sharir, what rasa, what is our Sthai Bhav? That Sthai Bhav develops based on our bhajan. Bhajan is based on Guru and the Sampradaya. So there are two very controversial topics in this world. One is whether we fell from Vaikuntha or not. And the answer is no. We did not fall from Vaikuntha. We have always been in the material realm, Lord Mahavishnu and down. We have never been in the Paravyoma in the Vaikuntha planets. And second controversial question is our Siddha Deha always present, or is it given by Guru?
Okay.
This is also very controversial because acharyas seem to be saying different things. But I have heard a very good reconciliation from my Guru Maharaj in a class entitled Uprooting the False Ego. This class is on YouTube, where Maharaj says that both are correct. He doesn't say that because Jiva Goswami and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur seem to be saying opposite things. Seem to be. But my Guru Maharaj says that both are correct. Is the Siddha Swarup, is it already there, or is it given by Krishna later on based on our bhajan? Different opinions, two different opinions are there, and Maharaj says that both are correct. It is Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem. Our Siddha Swarup in loving relationship with Krishna is always there, but we get access to it and it gets revealed to us by Guru's mercy. So in this, Maharaj reconciled both the things. Is it given by Guru or is it always there? Maharaj says both are correct. It's there, but it is revealed by Guru.
Okay.
It is unmanifest, but it becomes manifest to us by the mercy of Guru. So like that. Just like there is fire in wood, but it gets manifested when it comes in contact with fire. Otherwise, it is not accessible. So, like that. So these are the two controversial things. I hope it brings clarity to you.
Yes, Prabhuji, a lot. Yeah. One last thing, I like in ISKCON also, it's a now huge thing, right? It's spreading. So there can be some people who are not in Madhurya Rasa, right?
Of course.
I also.
Yes, of course. Our Kurmaru Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple who lived in Vrindavan, he is in Sakha Bhav. He used to take care of the cows, he ran the Goshala, managed the Goshala for so many decades. He's in Sakha Bhav. Then Simple for the Simple book, Ratna Ranjini Mataji, she is in Vatsalya Bhav. In the end, she was only thinking of Yashoda Maiya.
Okay.
So it is possible. Definitely possible. Then Srila Prabhupada's dearest friend, Shri Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he is mentioned in Prabhupada Lilamrit. He was chanting, he was doing kirtan as Prabhupada was being placed in Samadhi. So Shri Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he is in Sakha Bhav.
Okay.
He is related to Shridama Sakha. He is also chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it is possible that some of us will be not in Madhurya Rati.
Yeah, because somebody was mentioning that they like Mother Yashoda more than these pastimes of Madhurya Rasa. So, but they go to Goloka, but then they can have different
They go to
moods
Goloka
sometimes.
Vrindavan and they serve Krishna under the guidance of Yashoda Maiya and the other elder gopis.
Okay.
Those who are attracted to the Sakha pastimes more, if they do bhajan properly and they attain siddhi in their bhajan, they attain perfection in their bhajan, they will become one of the cowherd friends of Krishna, boys.
Okay.
And those who take complete shelter of Sri Rupa Goswami, like Srila Prabhupada, who used to sweep the ground in front of Prabhupada's Srila Rupa Goswami Samadhi in Raha Damodar temple, who specifically chose his residence right next to Srila Rupa Goswami, Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi Mandir. So Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. Saraswati Thakur also, in the end, he told Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, please sing Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Sei Mora Sampada. So one who takes shelter of Rupa Raghunath, they will definitely get Manjari Bhav.
Okay.
In our sampradaya, it is not that we want to become Sakhis of Radharani. It's Srila Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Instruction that ours is a Rupanuga Sampradaya. Srila Prabhupada begins Nectar of Instruction by saying that this ISKCON, this Krishna consciousness movement is conducted under the guidance of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. So Srila Rupa Goswami is Sri Rupa Manjari. And therefore, in the Mangala Charan also, Srila Prabhupada made sure that after Guru Mantra, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, we all chant the Pranam Mantra of Srila Rupa Goswami. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam. That may I get shelter under the lotus feet of Shri Rupa Goswami. So those who take shelter of Rupa Raghunath, they will get Manjari Bhav, because Raghunatha Goswami is Rati Manjari and Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. Manjaris are the Palya Dasis. They are the maid servants of Srimati Radharani. So for us, it is the Manjari Upasana, where we take shelter of Shri Narottam Das Thakur, who is Champak Manjari, his bhajan, Radha Krishna Pranamor, Yugala Kishore, Jivane Marane Gati, Aranahi Mor, Kalindira Kule Keli Kadambe Ravana, Ratana Bedira Upar Bosabo Dujana, Shama Gauri Ange Divo, Chandanera Gandha, Chamara Dulabo Kabe, Heri Mukha Chandra. This is the bhajan that completely describes Manjari Upasana. This is our Upasana, where we offer chandan, tambul, we fan them with a chamar, we seat them comfortably in the Nikunja on the bank of Yamuna, we massage their feet. Lalita Vishakha Adi, Jata Sakhi Brinda, Tara Agyay Koribo Seva Charanara Brinda. That with their permission of the Sakhis, the Ashtasakis, Lalita Vishakha Adi means Ashtasakis. With the permission of Ashtasakis, I will massage the lotus feet. Agyaya Koribo Seva Charanara Vinda. So Ashtasakhi Dasi means Manjari. Narottam Thakur is Champak Manjari. So in our case, it's not so much, because if you go to Nimbark Sampradaya, if you go to the Ashtasakhi temples in Vrindavan, Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, Indulekha Sakhi, you go to their villages, all the pujaris, sadhus, they are all Nimbarki sadhus. Nimbara Sampradaya. So they have Sakhi Bhav. They want to become friends of Radharani. Other Sampradaya also, Premanand Baba is very famous. So they have the Sahachari Bhav, where they become friends of Radharani. In our Sampradaya, it is not like that at all. We don't want to become servants of Radharani. We don't want to become friends of Radharani, but we want to become Palya Dasis of Radharani. So our mood is Lalita Vishakha Adi Jata Sakhi Brinda Agyaya Koribo Seva Charanara Vinda. So we are servants of the servants of Radha and Krishna. They are the Manjaris. Their service is Dasya Bhav in Madhurya Rati, and our everything is Radharani. Nitya Lila Gaurangi is everything for us. Gaurangi is Radharani. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. So she is everything for us. Radharani is everything for us. And our only purpose in life is to become sold out maid servant of the maid servants of Srimati Radharani. And then serve Krishna with that mood, that we are maid servants of Radharani. When Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was asked on the banks of Radhakund, can we do Dandavati Parikrama? Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, those who are doing, this king of Bharatpur and all the other Vaishnavas who are doing, their mood is that Govardhan is Krishna, and we want to please Krishna by doing this Dandavati Parikrama. And for them, that is first class, that is very good. But our mood is that we are interested in Krishna only because Srimati Radharani loves him. For us, Radharani is everything. And that is exactly the mood of Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari. So we are interested in Krishna because Srimati Radharani loves Krishna. This is, of course, totally Rasa Vichar. And so, yeah, there are different bhav in bhakti. And slowly, as we do bhajan, our bhav is revealed by the mercy of Guru Maharaj.
Okay.
We can, without discussing with anybody, we can quietly, keeping it secret in the heart, we should continue our meditation. As we do deity worship, as we chant Hare Krishna, we should make that bhav stronger and stronger and stronger. And if we don't know yet, then we should pray to Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, to Gaur Nitai, to give us some inkling about what our sthai bhav is, and then work on it and develop. So like that.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. One more thing, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself came and propagated this. So he probably wanted this, right? The way we are worshipping. Because Krishna came to give this, what we have now. So,
Yes, actually, Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj writes something very beautiful. He says that in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna says, "Na parayeham nirvadya samyujam," that oh Radharani, oh gopis, na parayeham, I cannot repay your debt. And in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that Krishna is saying like this. Krishna's thoughts are that in Bhagavad Gita I promised, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam satya bhajame, I will reciprocate. But in Bhagavatam, seeing the love of the gopis, I had to admit na parayeham, I cannot reciprocate. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, pratigya bhanga hoila gopi re bhajane. By the gopis bhajan, Krishna's pratigya has become bhanga, that I cannot reciprocate now. So then Krishna thought, Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj explaining, Krishna thought that I cannot reciprocate. I cannot repay the debt of Radharani. So what do I do? So then he thought, I will come as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and I will start a sampradaya where I will recruit many, many Palya Dasis for Radharani. And in this way, although I cannot repay the debt of Srimati Radharani, I will recruit so many manjaris for her so that her seva will keep on increasing. Because I know that is what gives Radharani the most pleasure when she's serving me. So I will recruit many manjaris for her.
okay.
So you are absolutely right when you say that if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and his Manobhishtam is established by Sri Rupa Goswami, then this is what Mahaprabhu wants. Yes, this is what Mahaprabhu wants. He wants to recruit so many manjaris for her, for Krishna wants to recruit for his beloved Radharani, so that Radharani's bliss, her seva anand keeps increasing. Does that
Thank
make
you
sense?
so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for this nectarian speech. Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Siddhanta Balya Chitte Nakara Alas. Now let's come back to the Siddhanta. We did some rasa discussion, but let's come back to Siddhanta. Text 30. Aham tatvad vikurvana mano vaikarikad abhu vaikarikascha ye deva artha bhivyanjanam yatah. The false ego, aham, is transformed into the mind by interaction with the mode of goodness. False ego, mode of goodness, the mind is produced. All the demigods who control this phenomenal world are also products of the same principle, mode of goodness mixed with false ego, namely the interaction of false ego and the mode of goodness. Text 31. Tejasanindriyaneva jnana karma mayani cha. The senses are certainly products of the mode of passion in false ego. Indriya. They are produced by combination of false ego with mode of passion. And therefore, philosophical, speculative knowledge and fruitive activities are predominantly products of the mode of passion, because these fruitive activities are performed through the senses. So now listen carefully. False ego is there. The whole Mahat Tattva has transformed into false ego. The entire Mahat Tattva, the whole dark material cloud has become false ego. False ego mixed with mode of goodness, mind, which is the king of all senses. False ego mixed with mode of passion becomes the other indriyas, eyes, ears, nose, like that. So I hope this is clear. Purport. Srila Prabhupada says, the chief function of the false ego is godlessness. See, very clear. False ego means we turn away from Krishna. Chief function of false ego is godlessness. When a person forgets his constitutional position as an eternally subordinate part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and wants to be happy independently, Krishna bhuliya jiv, anadi bahirmukh. They want to be independent of Krishna. he functions mainly in two ways. First, he attempts fruitive activities for personal gratification, personal sense gratification, personal gain. And after doing this for a long time, fruitive activity, karma kand, he becomes frustrated that there is no happiness in this world. Even if I accumulate, it's all taken away at the time of death. Mrityu sarva haras cham. This, when this happens, then he starts speculating and thinks, I am the same as God. I am on the same level as God. I am God. Now listen carefully. Everybody look. This false idea of becoming one with Lord Krishna is the last snare of Maya, illusory energy. As Shama Kishori Mataji said, it's the last snare of Maya. This thought that I am God. In the second paragraph further down, Srila Prabhupada says, the absolute truth or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is realized by hearing about him in all submission and love from a bona fide authority. How is Krishna realized? Sarojanandini Mataji. How is Krishna realized? What are the criteria? One,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
He is realized by hearing about him in submission and love from a bona fide authority.
Four things are required. We have to hear about Krishna from a bona fide authority. We have to hear about him, bona fide authority, hear with submission, and hear with love. Hearing with submission is initially. When we go to the first Prerana class, first Sunday feast, first Chetna class, submissively, maybe this person he knows more than me, let me listen. Then we start attending Bhakti Vriksha meetings, we start hearing the message of Bhagavad Gita submissively. So submission leads to surrender. And love means now we have developed a relationship with Krishna. Now we have got taste in Krishna consciousness. Now we want to hear. Someone says, so today we are going to read the pastime of Krishna stealing butter. Wow, I want to hear this about Krishna. Today we are going to hear about Govardhan Dharan Leela. That's my favorite pastime. I want to hear. This Namagane Sada Ruchi is because there is love. See, if I tell Shamchandra Prabhu, Prabhuji, do you know what happened? Amarendra Prabhu gave a class and can I tell you what feedback? Yes, Prabhu, please tell me. Why? Because there is love. We want to hear about someone when there is love. So initially there is submission. Maybe this person knows more. I am little inquisitive about philosophy, or I am really suffering in this world. I want to know the way out. So initially there is inquisitiveness. We hear with submission. That's the initial part. But we have to hear with love. We have to hear from a bona fide authority. Then we will realize Krishna. Shrunvatam Swakatha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Ridantasto Yabhadrani Vidhunoti Suhritsata. First there is cleansing. And then Krishna becomes situated in the heart by hearing about him. By such an attempt only can one conquer the illusory energy of the Lord. Otherwise it is unsurpassable. Daiviyesha gunamai mamaya durattaya. Mamevaya prapadyante mayamitam tarantite. Text 32. Tamaso bhuta sukshmadir yataha khamlingam atmanaha. The sky is a product of sound. And sound is the transformation of egoistic passion. In other words, the sky is the symbolic representation of the Supreme Soul. Prabhupada says in the purport, those who are egoistic in passion and ignorance cannot conceive of the personality of Godhead. They don't want a personal God, like Nityanila Gauranga is saying. They don't want to surrender to a personal God because they are egoistic. They are egoistic in the mode of passion and ignorance. They don't want to. For them, the sky is the symbolic representation of the Supreme Soul. So they are in the, exactly how Nityanila Gauranga Mataji said, they are in that, they go to that mode where, okay, God is this big power, like a sky, super consciousness, Brahman, and they just want to merge in that. Hmm. So it is time. So I wanted to cover more verses, but we'll stop here. Maybe next time we can, maybe in 2 classes, we can finish this chapter. It's a little big chapter. There are more than 50 verses. So we'll stop here. We'll continue from verse number 33, Krishna willing, on Tuesday. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, can you please explain the difference between Dasi and Palya Dasi?
There is no difference. Basically, a maid servant of Srimati Radharani, but Palya Dasi is a more intimate term where they are completely dependent on Srimati Radharani. They are always with Radharani, even when the Ashtasakis are not there, like doing the Shringar of Radharani or Snan Seva Ityadi, then the Sakhis are also not there. But the Palya Dasis are there. They are the maid servants of Radharani. They will prepare Radharani's clothes. They will prepare the flower garlands. They will prepare the chandan, the gandha, perfumes, oils, everything. And they will be with Radharani. Where Krishna is not there, even the Ashtasakis are not there. Nobody is there. So when you use the word Palya Dasi, it refers to the Manjaris, who are the most intimate maid servants of Radharani, doing very confidential, intimate service to Srimati Radharani, which no one else can do. Making her hairstyle and everything, dressing her. And Srila Prabhupada is so merciful. If you see, in many places, the deity of Radharani is not given. Only Krishna is there. Originally, even the Goswami temples, it was only Madan Mohan. It was only Govinda Dev. It was only Gopinath, only Radharaman. And even in other temples, you see, there's only Bake Bihari, Radha Vallabh. So there is no separate full Shri Vigraha of Srimati Radharani. Because traditionally, only men are allowed on the altar. If you go to any of these temples in India, you will never see a woman doing deity worship on the altar in a temple in India. So men, if they have Purush Abhiman, if they think they are in a male body, how can they touch Srimati Radharani's aprakrit sharir? If they have prakrit buddhi, how can they touch the Chinmay aprakrit sharir of Srimati Radharani? So therefore, Radharani's deity was never kept. Sri Janava Thakurani was the first Acharya who brought Radharani also on the altar. And Srila Prabhupada is the first Acharya who brought ladies on the altar to worship Srimati Radharani. So this is a special contribution of Srila Prabhupada. So merciful that Srila Prabhupada gave us the deity of Radharani to worship, which was never available much before. Radha Madhav in Mayapur, Radha Sham Sundar in Vrindavan, Radha Govindaji in New York, Radha Rasvihari in Mumbai. So Prabhupada gave us Radharani's deities and he gave the Seva Adhikar to the Matajis also. Actually, they are qualified to worship Radharani. When a male devotee in the beginning stages cannot touch Radharani because they have Purush Abhiman and it is not proper. So Prabhupada is so merciful that he gave women the adhikar to do deity worship which they never had before. And he gave all of us the deities of Radharani. So we can at least have darshan of Radharani. See how Radharani is dressed. See how Radharani's jewelry is there. How Radharani's garlands are made. How Radharani's tilak is. How Radharani's gopi dots are. How Radharani's hairstyle is. So when we see all these things, then we develop a very intimate connection with Srimati Radharani. And slowly, we can conceive ourselves in a female body, rendering all these services to Srimati Radharani. My Guru Maharaj, once the Pujari, he dressed Radharani with the choti in front like this, with nice flowers, and with Radharani's choti. And Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj says, please don't do that. always keep Srimati Radharani's hair behind. She is the most chaste lady. She doesn't show her hair like this outside, like young girls. Her hair is always behind. Don't bring it like this in front. Her blouse should not be short. It should be fully covering at least up to her elbows. She is the supremely chaste lady, Srimati Radharani. You should. Now, why this bhav is coming? I had a meeting at 9:30. So, like that. I hope this answers your question, Mataji. We'll stop here because I have another meeting. Okay?
Hare Krishna. Thank you.